And he has been one of the names rumored to be involved in a possible trade. But that was an early rumor. We haven't heard that one recently. He's out to the 25. Good return to the 30. 32-yard line. Nice return for Tim Brown.
This is what makes Tim Brown such a good return man. Watch what he does to number 37, Jeff Dale. He makes a miss right at the end. And this is the difference between a mediocre return man and a good return man. Anytime you can get up to double figures.
But you look for Berline to throw here on 2nd and 10. They're going to have Marcus see if he can. And guess who he runs into? Lee Williams, who now had moved to the opposite side against the strength of the offensive set. And he makes the play. 3rd down 14. Christensen in motion. Berline looking to Christensen and completes the pass for the 1st down. 47-yard line. 19 yards. Leonard Coleman makes the tackle. 1st down.
I'm sorry, Charlie. Having Todd Christensen in the game is like having the 4th wide receiver. They put him in motion to try to get a one-on-one matchup with Leonard Coleman, and it works. Gives him an outside move across his face. Coleman is a good 3 yards behind trying to catch up. The ball comes out.
There's Al Saunders, now the 2nd youngest head coach to Mike Shanahan of the Raiders, who becomes the youngest head coach in the football.
He's got to be happy with what he sees with his defense thus far. The problem they had last year was they were 24th against the run.
With 4 wide receivers. He spotted it at the 49 rather than the 50.
Oh.
Pressure and drop. Pat Miller blitzing from the secondary. And a 9-yard sack for San Diego, their first of the ball game.
Pat Miller used to be a linebacker. The blind side is where it gets him here. Mosbar has got to get outside to try to help out when they see the blitz coming, although Berline has to check out of that, get rid of the football as quickly as you can. Mosbar could not be blamed for that kind of a play.
And Jeff Gossett kicking. Lionel James stays away, then takes it on the hop. And a good play. He salvages about 4, maybe 5 yards on a very quick return. In the heat, you might add. It's close to 120 degrees on the field. Laufenberg goes deep, and it's behind the intended receiver, who is Quinn Early, and Mike Haynes had a chance but couldn't pick it off.
He's looking at the quarterback. He's not worried about the receiver in front of him. At that time, Laufenberg sent him right there.
Anderson slipped 1 tackle, but he will lose 4 as Matt Millen was there to bring him down.
From Richards is going to get quite an intentional instruction today. Look at the veterans there. That's what we're talking about against that rookie.
Most ball clubs only keep 1 in. Low snap. Laufenberg scrambles. Sets. He wants to go deep, and he does. As a man, he is underthrown, and it is incomplete. Miller got behind Mike Haynes. Had a couple of steps on him, but Laufenberg, a right-handed passer, running to his left. When he set up, just couldn't reach him for 10 yards. Allen and Smith in the backfield. And here's Marcus, of course, from San Diego. And is out at the 42-yard line. A gain of 7 and a 1st down for the Raiders. Billy Ray Smith and Keith Browner with the snap. And here's Marcus to the outside, and he has the corner. And then goes out of bounds at around the 33-yard line. Gil Bird was chasing him. 1st down, then you could use it at the 11. 1st down at the 31-yard line. Here's the reverse. Willie Gault.
Fumble.
Hurdling, and San Diego saying they have the ball, and it was hurtling right along the sideline. And San Diego has a fumble recovery. So let's take another look.
Coming all the way around, I think the play here is made by Lee Williams. Number 99 stays at home. He turns the play back in. See him out there? He wasn't fooled at all by the reverse. There comes the ball out right on the sideline, and number 44, Martin Bayless, comes up with it for the Chargers. But the play was made by Lee Williams. He's had a tremendous first quarter thus far, Charlie. Staying at home, knowing what he has to do, turns the reverse back in and makes the big play by getting the fumble.
Now, Fawcett was also there. Did he knock it loose? And Bayless with the recovery. We'll check to see on their own 27-yard line. And Gary Anderson, 3 yards to the 30. 2nd down and 7. A reminder to our viewers that we'll be selecting the Budweiser Most Valuable Player for today's game at the conclusion of the game. 2nd down and 7. Darren Flutie in motion. Laufenberg with pressure does what he does best, is scramble away from it. And he's going to get as much back as he can and then be taken out of bounds. Greg Townsend finally chased him down. He's into just a bit of a headwind, maybe a little crosswind.
Even Tim Brown, one of the nicest men in football, looks meaner in a Raider uniform, doesn't he?
Oh, sure. Oh, this is a great kick. This is a Pro Bowl kick. Back to the 15-yard line, now to the 20. And about 14 yards on the return, but Ralph Mojico really nailing the kick. Carl Wilson with the tackle, and it is second down. Second and 10. Beuerlein goes deep, far side. Pass is complete. First down. Willie Galt pulls it in, and Elvis Patterson was the man chasing him.
I don't know how Elvis Patterson got stuck going man-to-man against Willie Galt, but that's no man's land. Was Willie Galt.
Now we'll take a look at the 10-minute.
They're lighting it up on fire, and then we've got a real story.
Marcus.
You know what the Raiders are doing? They're doing something that receivers don't like very much. They're putting him in motion and then snapping the ball when the receiver is behind the center, and he's going downfield and trying to block a defensive tackle. James Lofton did that time. Mervin Fernandez did it on the previous play, and I'll tell you, that'll cut a receiver's career in real quick.
Countdown, 30 seconds, time remaining in the first quarter. And it is Marcus again. And this is the kind of, when he was at the University of Southern California, this is, he would have, 27 carries, 30 carries, 33 carries up in that category. That may be what we're looking at today is. Oh, we got a mistake is what we have. Who was that? Was that Mosbar?
No.
Yeah, it was Mosbar. Yeah, no,
where was he going?
I don't know. He was creasing out. I think it was a trap, and he wanted an early start. Beuerlein to throw. 5-man rush. Pretty good protection. Deep out far side, and a good pass. And this is to Mervin Fernandez, his first reception of the 1988 season. They marked it only to the 24-yard line. Marcus in motion.
That's a flag.
This is a black. This is a block flag. Pass is incomplete.
Tell you why it's a flag.
Why is it a flag?
Because when the receiver went in motion, he didn't get reset.
He'll go with one opportunity to pick up the first down. Beuerlein from the shot. Here comes the blitz. Almost intercepted. Oh. Elvis Patterson may have seen 6 points. Quarterback draw all the way. And takes a hit. Woo! Malcolm Taylor. Laufenberg has pressure, goes left side. Pass is complete to Quinn Early. That's a passing formation on 3rd and 1. And Anderson has it, and the first down. Good play.
Yeah, it sure is.
Quinn Early in motion. Flags down, may have turned downfield too soon. Laufenberg with pressure. Intercepted. Mike Haynes with the interception. Now we'll go back and check out the flag. Was it against San Diego? Did Early turn upfield too soon? He did. It is refused. And the Raiders have the ball.
Well, I think as an example, Laufenberg, this was a designed rollout, but I don't think the receiver gave him any help downfield. Let's take a look at Early. Yeah, he's got to throw this ball off the wrong foot, and that's really what caused it. Early couldn't have helped him that much. It was a designed pattern. And Mike Haynes, the old crafty veteran, with adding to his list of interceptions with 44, the leading active interceptor in the AFC.
And that is his 16th interception. 5 major appliances.
That's a meat locker is what that is.
Man. 2nd and 11. This is a screen. And the pass is complete. And Marcus Allen has some running room. He is exciting to watch. 44-yard line of San Diego. A gain of 9 is going to be a couple shy of the first down.
I played at 190, and I would lose 5 or 6 pounds, so you would imagine he'd lose that many. Beuerlein out for a pass, Charlie.
Marcus to Beuerlein. He's got it! And there is your new quarterback combination. Marcus Allen to wide receiver Steve Beuerlein.
And I don't think Keith Browner could believe it. He was the one trying to cover Beuerlein. He said, wait a minute, this guy's got the wrong number on. What's he going out for a pass for? Marcus sells it, though. He puts it under his arm to pretend like he is running.
Not a bad
throw.
throw.
A perfect throw. Over the shoulder.
Look at that catch.
A great catch on the part of Berline. Yeah.
Multi-talented.
He sure is. And Keith Bronner looked at him and was a bit surprised. Matt Millen's got to get involved in it. Kiss him on the helmet, Matt. Go ahead. I don't know.
Denver Broncos. They used it there. Mike Shanahan, the new head coach of the Raiders, offensive coach there, they threw back to Elway.
They sure did.
Yes.
I remember the Dolphins using it a number of years ago with David Woodley as a quarterback. I think anytime you have that quarterback who's young enough
young enough
not to question the coach, you'll have him going downfield to catch a pass.
Sure.
I think he will.
I think you're right. But we will go to the record book and find out. I believe so. And here is Marcus to the 10. Vincey Glenn with the tackle. For 52 yards. We're still in the first half. And here he is again. He's got it. And deservedly so. And Chris Barr will attempt the point after. And this one is good. And the score, the Los Angeles Raiders 7 and the San Diego Chargers nothing. Now with 6:26 time remaining, first half.
Left side of the offensive line for the Raiders. Watch him. 74 Jim Lachey, 73 Charlie Hanna, and Smith, number 35, gives them the hold initial thrust, but it is Marcus Allen who carries two defenders the final 3 or 4 yards. He's not a big man, Charlie, but he carries people along with him. Look at that. Two defenders trying to hang on. Gilbert, number 22, one of them. But Marcus Allen dives into the end zone for his first touchdown of 1988. 17 carries in the first half with 118-degree temperature.
We, of course, tagged in his passing yards. Tipped. And it is caught. Quinn Early pulled it in, held his concentration to the 49-yard line, 31 yards, 49-yard line of Los Angeles. And Van McElroy is the injured player for the Los Angeles Raiders, and he is the man being administered to at the 47-yard line. That, of course, stopping the clock. 6 minutes and 3 seconds. That is the time remaining in the first half. Laufenberg now 4 of 11 for 53 yards, and he has been intercepted one time. Gary Anderson. They'll mark it for 3 to the 46. It's going to be second down and 7. As you can see, it is a rivalry that continues. Townsend coming out and now pushing and shoving. A little pointing. Pointing always helps.
Matt Millen always in the middle of the practice.
Oh, sure. Roderick Thompson was the pointer and Millen the pointee. And Mike Wise was involved there, as was Jerry Robinson.
Just a week ago.
Second and 7. And this pass is complete to Gary Anderson. Oh, what a catch. He holds on at the 9-yard line. Anthony Miller. Eddie Anderson, who has just replaced Van McElroy, is the man they were picking on. 34 yards. 9-yard line. First down, goal to go. Chargers driving for the tie. Here is Gary Anderson, and he will lead just inside the 5-yard line. Second down, goal to go. Anderson to the 3. Third down, goal to go. I think you should throw on second down because that sets it up so if you want to, you can run or throw on third. Now you've got to throw. Everybody knows it. Uh-oh. Complete out of bounds. Lionel James, but out of bounds, 2:10. That stops the clock. Rod Martin makes a play. Now it is fourth down. Vince Abbott with a 23-yard field goal attempt. And they had whistle sound, and I mean, we may have the 2-minute warning before. Mojinko kicking off with Brown and Woods as the return men. And here is Tim Brown to the 20, 25, 30, 35.
We get it.
50 to go, and he's got it.
And he takes it away from Chris Woods, this is really Chris Woods' ball, but nobody's going to argue with him at this point. Watch him make people miss. All right, he's got a couple of holes, but there he makes people miss. And at this point, he's got Abbott on the run, even money, and you can forget about it because Tim Brown, one of the fastest people in the NFL.
97 yards. And there were some, you know. Heisman Trophy winner, do you take a wide receiver and a return man? There is why. Chris Barr adds the point after. The score, the Raiders 14, San Diego 3. 9 seconds between the field goal and the touchdown by Tim Brown.
What makes a good kick returner is his ability to slash. Not necessarily the best runner, but the most slashing runner. Watch Tim Brown do it continually. That's one. Another one back upfield as he gets breaking into the open, and that's Abbott trying to chase him downfield. And you can forget it because Tim Brown is in the 4-3 category as far as a 40-yard dash is concerned. Vince Abbott maybe in 5-3 category.
Are you ready for this? The score in the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, the temperature just under 120 degrees. Raiders lead it 14-3. It is bobbled by Miller and then picked up. And he's out to the 30, the 40. And then is bumped out of bounds. And sometimes, you know, when you bounce a ball a couple of times, it changes up. Rod Bernstein showing motion as the H-back. Laufenberg showing motion as a scrambling quarterback. And now he goes out of bounds and then is hit. Now they can throw a flag if they want to.
And they did.
Lyndon King, yes. Well, once you get outside into that wide area, that's the reason that big, wide, white area is around the field in professional football, so that you know when you're out of bounds. Bernstein in motion. Here's Anderson to the outside, makes a good move. Oh, a couple of good moves downfield. Now that is, you know, to the 22-yard line, 11 yards. Now that is what the Chargers look for from him. Play action fake to hold the linebackers. The pass is complete to Anthony Miller. And Haynes was right there. Good defensive play. It'll pick up a couple of yards. First down at the 15. And a sack for the Raiders. Howie Long has the second sack for Los Angeles. Greg Townsend got the first one in the first half.
And no one touched Howie Long that time. He's playing over the rookie, David Richards, a big rookie, 6'4.5", 310 pounds. But it was one of the concerns of the Chargers coming in today. And that time, Long got no help at all. There you see number 65 Richards completely out of the position. And Howie Long gets an easy sack.
It's Eric Sievers, the motion man. Laufenberg running. It looks to me as if it is a run play all the way.
No, that
and
was,
you said no.
That was the old Utah draw. Take a look at Lionel.
4 carries, 10 yards rushing. Why do I have the impression this is also a called running play?
That's a pure draw on the part of Laufenberg. The quarterback draw, the best place to call it is inside the 10-yard line.
And he comes up limping.
He sure does.
Townsend got him. Now Mark Malone is the backup quarterback by Vince Abbott. And it is good. So Abbott now has hit twice from 23 and 33 yards away. Raiders 14, Chargers 6. Marcus for 3 yards to the 28-yard line. Get a little momentum and can do some interesting things. And we got flags everywhere, yes.
72, offense. Ball start.
And Don Mosbar. Play action fake. Here's the reverse. That's Quinn Early. Big play for San Diego.
Yeah, and it's the first time they've shown any misdirection today in that commercial break, Charlie. We were just
Your face, like you're going to say, no, that's incorrect. Here's a screen. And the pass is complete, but good defensive play. Anderson caught it. Jerry Robinson makes the play. In addition, there was pressure on Laufenberg.
A defensive back is mirroring him, running across the formation with him.
It's all falling apart for San Diego. Laufenberg goes down. Townsend got it. His second sack. Third for the Raiders. Here comes pressure, and Laufenberg is sacked. He lost his footing, but nobody touched Scott Davis, the #1 draft choice out of Illinois. That is 4 sacks for the Raiders.
Marked in the Raiders here in the third.
Todd Christensen has the first down.
Berline took a shot, and he is slow getting up. Blitz that time.
Time of possession in the third quarter, San Diego way out in front, as you saw from those numbers. 11:43 to Raiders just 3:17. Here's Marcus Allen. And he's pulled down just shy of the 40-yard line, but he picks up the first down. Lee Williams got a piece of the jersey. And according to rumors, Lachey, after this ball game, may well move to the Washington Redskins as part of a trade. That's all still speculation. As Marcus Allen carries for 5, it'll be second down and 5 officially at the 44-yard line.
Oh, they got man coverage.
Todd Christensen pulls it down. Browner makes the tackle to mismatch the tight end, one of the great receivers in the National Football League, and the linebacker.
Yeah, and you know how they got it? Marcus Allen was also flanked out there going in motion.
Allen at this point, 22 carries, 77 yards rushing, and a touchdown. That's in addition to everything else. And here's Steve Smith. And we've got flags down. Vincey Glenn with the tackle, and now Smith's going to be ejected. He's got to be ejected. You can't come up swinging regardless of what they did, because the second man is the one that's going to be thrown out.
Thrown down, he helps his team. He gets 15 yards. That's the greatest revenge.
Yeah.
You got to forget about the pride and don't throw that right arm.
We have multiple fouls. We have defense, unnecessary roughness. We have offense, number 35, unnecessary roughness. We'll have a replay.
And no ejection?
On the black and silver of the Raiders.
Marcus Allen back in the ballgame. Might take a shot. Second down at 8, a double tight end set. Flags are down. Brown is down. He lost his footing. The turf here, not the cleats are too long. Now is Ona Gurney being assisted from the sidelines. Todd Christensen to the 9-yard line. Gain of 12, and he'll have the first down. Go just inside the 10-yard line. Here's Marcus. Has 3 to the 7. Along with Evans. They're no longer with the ball club. Evans is the backup. Berline's pass. Oh! Loftus drops it. And it's good. From 25 yards out. And so the score is now the Raiders 17, the Chargers 6. Here's that little shovel pass underneath. Lionel James. First down at the 35-yard line. And it is caught. Lionel James with the reception, and suddenly the Chargers have an explosive offense. Early, 30-yard line.
Darren Flutie.
Good defensive play. Good defensive play. That was Terry McDaniel, the rookie, #1 draft choice from Tennessee. 4.38 speed. Here comes a blitz. Stacy Turan. Tipped. Can be intercepted. It is. Turan set it up with the blitz. Inexperienced at Laufenberg. You cannot afford to do that. You're throwing it away.
But I think they're going to say
In
that
the
he
grasp?
was in the grasp and control, and so.
Has to be grasp and control.
Right. What's
See
the sack? Never mind, we got the ball. He wants the sack.
Oh, that's funny. Laufenberg. Pass is complete at the 25-yard line. Rosado is the center. Into double coverage.
Oh,
It's a
what a
touchdown. Jamie Holland. And that was triple coverage.
Yeah, big league throw and catch.
Oh, yes. And Laufenberg has his first touchdown pass to the National Football League.
Holland has been called the most improved player on this team by Al Saunders, and maybe this is why. You're right. He does toss it into coverage and with some pressure on him. Laufenberg goes down. Was a bit slow getting it, but watch the catch.
But look at that coverage. He had people everybody.
Yeah, they did,
everybody.
and it's a tremendous leap, and he's doing it against Mike Haynes, one of the most experienced quarterbacks ever to play football here. Jamie Holland, maybe Al Saunders was right when he called him the most improved player on this team.
Using him all of the clock as possible. I'm surprised. Throwing pass complete. Tim Brown. Second big play of the game that he has made. Patterson finally got him. And Smith has the reception, and so that means that the clock continues. Laufenberg, 16 of 27. Anderson, 38 yards, 14 carries. Holland, 2 receptions, including the touchdown. Abbott did a pair of field goals, 23 and 33 yards. Here's a look at the report card. Berline, Allen, and Christensen and Brown. The Raiders report card. Flags are down. That will stop the clock.
Penalty flag on the...
They're calling grasp and control. They're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line. Oh, James, when he was out of bounds, it stopped the clock for that first field goal attempt of the 2-minute warning. Incomplete. Eric Sievers, the intended receiver. Jerry Robinson had the cover. Madden and John Ralph. Al Davis winning their opener. Marcus Allen going for it. Yes, touchdown. You know why?
Why?
Because San Diego took a timeout.
But they had to use their last...
Why did they? So they fell on the ball. They said, we'll fall on the ball. We'll run the clock down. San Diego said, we're going to take the timeout. Raiders say, if you're going to do that, we're going for it.
Now this
I think, though, I really think Marcus Allen, 28 carries, 88 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Wonderful day. This is the stuff you put up on the blackboard before your next football game.
If it takes a newspaper clipping to get you excited, you're in the wrong business. All right, bar with the extra point.
What gets you excited? That's that question.
What gets me excited? The paycheck gets me excited. And the extra point is good. That is 24-13. Back with the kickoff in a moment.
But so is Tim Brown. Who do you like for our MVP, Charlie?
Well, I think Tim Brown. Because the 97-yard kickoff return for the touchdown and a pair of big receptions. And the kickoff return coming just 9 seconds after San Diego had scored. And it put them in a position where that was it. So our player of the game is Tim Brown. I think both of these ball clubs are really in the same situation. Mm-hmm. They're both building. There's what we were talking about. As Mike Shanahan will be victorious in his first NFL game.
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities between these two teams.
Yes, there really is. 2
very young head coaches, the 2 youngest in the NFL, 2 unproven quarterbacks coming out to try to play. Billion, is that inflation?
What is inflation? It just keeps going up. You know. Laufenberg with a good scramble. That's not going to help you unless you can go all the way. Don't slide now. As you slide, time runs out.
And it does.
Well, you know, that also comes with experience, too. I think all in all, a pretty good opener for both ball clubs. The Raiders win it. The final is Los Angeles 24 and San Diego 13. Jimmy and I will be back to the Coliseum in the heat in just a moment, so don't go away.